And we did introduce myself. This is Shippy the Explorer.
Well, you can see I'm looking at myself. You think I'm so conceited. Well, I'm looking at myself because I think I'm a star. Anyway, this is I stop this because I look at my own tapes, folks. Good morning. This is Shippy the Explorer. And I just want to say welcome to this lovely morning, and just to life, just to say good morning. I got up and realized that I'm alive and you are alive, and I said, oh, look at the beauty of the backyard. It's amazing, you know. And why should I stay inside? I said, okay, it's a late breakfast, simple breakfast. It's some kind of a cereal and oats, really, and orange and egg and a cup of coffee. And I just reached the age where now I feel like I want a cup of coffee. I'm just like my uncle. He would come home, and come home in the evening, and he says to his wife, Tit, Tit, I think I would love a cup of coffee right now, you know. And even one day she was just coming from the hospital, and she was sick, and he came in, he can't even boil a cup of water for himself. He's, oh, Tit, I'll make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee right now. Anyway, welcome to Shippy the Explorer and to life, folks. And why not? It's such a lovely day. Why not just take my cup of coffee and my cereal and my fruits, and yes, an egg too. Egg is one of the favorite thing for me. And come out on the balcony and enjoy life. Enjoy this beautiful morning, this beautiful world that God has given us. You know, we sit down and watch these stupid news, and we get bombarded with all this pain and turmoil and killing and thing. But once in a while we need to stop and smell the flowers, smell the rose, smell the green grass, look at the insect, look at the animals around us, walk and say hi to your neighbors, and go into the park and just enjoy life, because life is short and we don't realize it, and we get bombarded into hate and crime and all sort of things, and this kind of things that are happening out there. It's drives us crazy and raise our attention. So sometimes you have to really break yourself from all of that. Maybe watch the weather report and take your mind from the other aspect of things, and really get tuned to nature. Feel the breeze as it rushes over your skin, a slight breeze that cleanses the hair, takes away the pollen, takes away the bad smell of the environment, and enjoy this life. Why not? Why not? Life is there for living. So I take my breakfast this morning out on the balcony, because I say welcome to my balcony. I wish you could be here. Some of you come and hang out and get a cup of tea, and we come and sit down and chat. If it's the case, that's it. Have good family members or friends where you can sit down and chat, have a good talk, a good walk, good laughter, good cup of tea or a good cup of wine, have a cup of wine. Oh, glass of wine. This shows that I'm not as classic as you think, as I think. Putting wine in a cup. Well, maybe I'm going back 2,000 years and say drink from the cup, the wine from the cup, the wine from the glass. Yeah. But I trust that you're doing okay, and If you're not, we keep you in our prayers and minds and thoughts, and say happy birthday to all the guys that are out there, enjoying their birthday this month, this week, this day. One more day on them. I'm telling you. I tell you. One more day on them. One more year on them. One more time in this lovely setting of life. And even if you're having difficulties, you have to think positively in certain aspect. That whatever you're facing, it can be you with prayers and medication and doctors and even therapists and all sorts of things. I think all things are possible, that you can overcome a lot of these things that ails that are happening. Yes, so see, there's a breeze blow. Look at that. You'd think, my gosh. And then take if it's a remarkable thing to really see simple things in nature and really understand, attune yourself to them. So I gonna have my breakfast. What do you think is breakfast? My wife put me on this regiment. Well, it's her regiment, and then I jump in along with it. But I put my sweet cup of coffee here too. That's my downfall. But Shipping Explorer. Explorers is sugar. He likes his sugar, But the people think I have sugar all day, but it's a good sweet cup of coffee in the morning, and then for the rest of the day, no sugar. Maybe it's water. Yeah, that's one thing I have to watch. I'm telling you about all this health thing, and then I'm having my sugar in front of you. That's a bad thing about it. I was in Kenya the other day. Say hi to Mara and all the guys, and Nestor and Gitariba, and also all the rest of the guys who are in that region. Felix, and also say hello. When I was there, they don't use sugar in certain parts. Well, at least in Neboanse, they didn't fool around sugar. They'll eat the sweet potato and they'll eat the sugar cane and they'll drink a soda now. But sugar on the breakfast table or dinner table was forbidden. And it really helped to find that your mind was clearer, the body was working better. I could walk and not run, but I could walk and climb the mountain, climb the rock, and keep up as best as possible, better than what I was doing. So I understand about the sugar, and although I take my sugar, I don't encourage it to be excessive. Not excessive. A little in the morning, and that's it for the rest of the day. So I wish you good health. Today we probably gonna go for a walk in the park. You see me have on my ambassador shirt, and it's when we had the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. We had a program of they taught us how to do rain gardens to conserve the soil and conserve this beautiful earth, to make this earth better. And so they came to the church, and they have been working with us for the last 3 years, and to teach us how to be better stewards of this earth. And it has worked. So I wished in parts of the Caribbean and Africa, they could have a lot more like rain gardens or collection stations where the water goes in, and you have ponds where created ponds where you have the aquatic plants and animals that can strive, and uh, and then when they have floods, you'll be surprised when you have floods. Then the flood water will just run into these catchments and prevent massive destruction down the road. So rain gardens or pond collections um, can be a future, should be a future of this earth. So thanks to Chesapeake Foundation, we have learned how to do it, and we encourage people to do it, whether at home or in your business place, in the state, in the country, or in this world. So we look forward to today, and hopefully you look forward to today too, and be positive and know that mind is over matter, and sometimes that, a lot of times, that works. So we'll take it through today. I'm gonna finish having the breakfast. I would love to share it, but I'll tell you, go find yours. Go find yours. Go find something to eat if you can. If you can. So um, as I finish this, I'll see you soon. This is Shippy the Explorer coming to you with another video about life and happiness. See you soon. That's almost 200 pounds of meat right there in the well. And so today we just run into that. It might interest some of you, but may not interest some of you, but it does interest Shippy the Explorer in seeing how these animals survive. Anyway, it's a lovely day. Welcome to Shippy the Explorer and College Park in Maryland, and we are here just to observe life. Another day, and while they haven't come yet, the trash people haven't come. I just fall for it. The plane streaks across the sky as I stay in the backyard here, and I always wonder, every time I sit around here and watch, I always wonder, where are those planes going? There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. Gone, gone. Where are they going?
Trip, but you forgot to buy travel insurance. Is it too late? Maybe not. If you're departing tomorrow, you still have time to purchase travel protection. Even if your trip starts today, it's not too late. Certain plans may be purchased up until the day of departure. These plans don't include trip cancellation or trip interruption benefits, however.
Thought insects were eating the strawberries.
It's too late to purchase insurance.
I
Next
tell
time, buy
you.
a plan right after booking your trip. That way you know you're protected. Learn more at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Let's take a look on the garden to see what's happening.
Last bit of the azaleas, they're getting to be mature and falling off a little bit. It's one toward the ground, right?
Looks so good. Beautiful.
It's a pleasure. Pretty.
Here they are, the monarchs. Monarch. You know that butterfly flies from Mexico? This is hundreds of miles from Mexico. And by the first week in spring, they are up here already. Let's see if we see any more. See if we can see any more. They're here already. Wow, look at the service bearers this year. The few service bearers, they looking, and when they're ripe, as I said, they look like raspberries or blueberries. I don't think they're not as blue, red. Don't see any more monarchs, but they're here already. You know, it's amazing. Wow, it's really a lovely day today, folks. I'm telling you, so far. Well, see the asters. The asters are cut off, eaten off. Look at that, eaten off, eaten most of it, cleaned it out. But I have these. I have these and I have these, and they can't reach. They're not reaching them. They're on the deck. They're on the deck. So no wonder I was comfortable in just allowing them to just eat, so I can observe what's happening. I don't know if I caught that. Oh my. What I'm trying to catch is this giant woodpecker. It's called a palin, and it's on the cherry tree, and it's hiding from me, really. But it's a huge if you see that, probably a pound. So it's feeding on the cherry. Oops, here we go. Look how big it is. So we're doing a nature presentation, folks. Look at it. It's staying where I've never seen a woodpecker this big until I saw it in America. Look at that. Wow. Took off. Anyway, saw me in a minute. Anyway, this is Shippy the Explorer, and we are on. I'm gonna reintroduce it to the College Park area, that you can show you all the facilities we have in this region, and maybe walk up the river. And so just on a nature walk today, folks, and see what we can find. All right, so here we go. Well, we give you a little of what the neighborhood looks like, and neighbors are doing a wonderful job in improving their garden and all sorts of things, and you can see that, and congratulations to them. The place is looking like a botanical garden. My golly. Well, we are my rustic pile feeling. Just it what we have. Quite a bit for it. It's free to everybody in this area. You know, we have put in our sidewalks a year ago, and looking good. And we keep the planting in trees and those kind of things. So you never know what it's. We come right here, we make a right and make our way in the old Calvert Road and down into the park. Lately they've put in a sidewalk that goes right down to the park, and sooner or later this whole bridge right here will probably knock it down and get something better. You can see this is a frisbee park, disc um, course, and you want to say, oh, well, we waste all these acreage of land to have a disc culvert disc golf. There we are. That's what it is. Disc golf course. It's heavy, but that's what we do. Maybe I'm not gonna get a park up there, but let's go up there and see. See if I can get a park. Cool. Here we have some people. They have taken the opportunity to come up and maybe relax. In the park. I've shown you this before, but it's just what I'm doing today is just matter of showing you an extended area of what kind of services that are provided in the area. All right, let's start with the river. We have this the Indian Creek River that runs in the back of the yard, and by the time it reaches down here, it's almost like a full-blown river. Look at that. Look at that. Maybe, well, I'm not gonna go near the poison ivy. Those are poison ivy. You have to be mindful of them. But let's see if we find a better spot to show you what's in the area. Maybe I can go down the river. Here we go. I have to mind I slide. I put on my walking shoes to see. I walked in Africa, so why can't I walk in America? Just have to make sure I don't touch any ivy, because that's poison ivy over there, and this is a regular American ivy, and or it might be the English ivy, but it's another ivy, but that one is not poisonous. And honeysuckers this time of the year, and here we are. This part of the Indian Creek River, down here, it has fish. Well, fish is in all of it, but you'll be surprised. This part, we have a little bit more fish down here. The water is fairly clean. You can see how exciting it is. It's almost like a beach we have in the area. A lot of you who are in the area see this paint branch. It says, let me zoom over to it. That paint branch parkway. Look at that. So we're on the paint branch road. Really. And we pass that day after day and don't realize that the river is underneath here running as beautiful as hell. And make you want to take off your clothes. No, it's a little bit too cold for that. But you can see there's a bicycle path right there. Look at that. Look at that. As I say that, the man came right around. Look at that. Look at that. And he's gonna disappear around the bend as he goes around, and there he goes. Just talk about the bicycle path, and there he was. I'm telling you. So this is the Indian Creek branch of the Anacostia River. Well, this is the Anacostia River because the Indian Creek, I'll go up the river and show where the Indian Creek and the Northwest branch joins. And let's see if we can find the ducklings. Zoom in and see if we find any ducklings up the river. They were just right there a while ago. Oh, every time I get around, she moves away. Anyway, here we go. All right, so this is the Anacostia River, upper banks of the upper section stream of the Anacostia River. And the Anacostia River, I remind you, that's the one that really down the road is where the British came in and attacked the White House. Anyway, let's go, and we're gonna have a little walk this morning in the area to show you what is available. If you come to the park, they have what they call portable toilets, and one is here. They used to have it over there, but and about 3 years ago they put in this child playground. How lovely is this in America? And that's one thing, especially in Maryland, they really give you a lot of these things. We have tower climbing, treasure tumble, and the kids have all sorts of things. They have swings. Look at that. They have swings. They have tightrope crossing. You know, they have mountain climbing and all sorts of things. They have nature hunt, tree house, all sorts of things. Let's get underneath here and see if we can get underneath. I'm not gonna go in any of those. I think it's too it's mainly for the kids. Then you have the towers. Bring your kids over, folks, grandkids, kids, and enjoy these lovely playgrounds that they provide. That's where sometimes we complain about government, but sometimes governments provide, spend some of the money in a wise way to really help the society. Over here now you have picnic tables and a tennis court. On the far end, look at that. You have a tennis court. So you really don't have to go to all the tennis court over there. I'm not even sure if it's a chargeable tennis court, but you can see the man is there relaxed underneath the shed, and if you had a friend you could play tennis. Wow. So we have picnic tables and picnic benches and playground, and it's safe enough for the kids to really. Over there you have a volleyball court on the sand. So in the evenings and the weekends, this place is highly used by a number of citizens of the area. Yeah. So today, that's Shippy the Explorer is just telling you what is available in this lovely valley. In College Park, it's over in College Park near the airport, and in a few seconds I'll show you the whole airport. When you come with your bicycle, you can ride on the tracks. I think I see somebody coming around, or they're going. Here we're going very slow. Somebody is coming. There you go. He takes off his shirt and he can get free vitamin D, folks. Vitamin D. Look at that. So this path goes for miles. Here we are. So the same Anacostia River that is up this area. And you can see the water is clean, and so often I would come down here and I would see fish. Let's see if those are fish in the water. I'm exploring. Shippy the Explorer is exploring for you folks today. Look for snake too. I used to come down here and I would see fish in the water. But here we go. That's some, for now, there's some little ones on the side. They saw me and they're zipping around. Look at them. Zipping around like they're scared of me. Think I'm gonna catch you? Nope. But I've been down here before, folks, and see big fish in this water, in this river. It's really nice to see that it's clean. I don't see any trash in it today. Let's see. Let's go take our time and walk up the river. So there's a big playground. You could play soccer. You could play volleyball. You can play tennis, and you can walk around, have the kids play. You can sit and watch them, and it's safe in this valley. And now, this playground, if you want to find it, it's across from the College Park Airport. And I'm gonna swing around and show you this airport. This is the world's oldest operating airport. Continuously operating airport. Look at that. College Park Airport. The Wright brothers flew the first airplanes on these tracks. Look at that. Look at that. I've shown this many times, but I'm so proud of it that we live in this area that I keep on showing it. Here in the far end, the train runs. The metro crosses the valley. Also the movement. Man and bicycle, train and plane. If we're not careful, we see man on foot. Well, I'm right here. Mind you're watching Shippy the Explorer, and we are exploring the College Park Airport Valley. Somebody threw this bottle, keep it out the way so it doesn't. You see, they come up the river and they drink. Some responsible citizens, they come up and they drink and they throw their soda and beer cans all over the place, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Well, Shippy the Explorer, would be nice to see fish in the water since it's so clean and nice, clean as a whistle, as they say. My golly, clean as a whistle. Maybe the water is too cold to get the fish up the river at this moment. They'll come up from the Chesapeake Bay and they'll come up, they spawn, and then they go back down to the outer sea. And some of them stay up here, especially the arid, the Chesapeake arid. Wow. Hi. Good. There we go. And also the people walk this path. Look at that. Awesome. So, you see how slow I'm going? I'm going slowly because I'm just saying you don't have to rush in life. Don't have to rush in life. Look at that. Come up, park your car over there. It's free. You just take your time and walk. Walk in the park. So here we go. We are going up the valley a little bit so we can see what is there to explore. So Shippy the Explorer, we are exploring today, folks. Let's get a better view. Now, I'm an explorer. I'd want to show you these beautiful flowers. Look at them. Also the flowers in this valley. There we go. Up the stream. Now, one of the fastest growing things in life is the bamboo. And we have this bamboo that, sure, a couple of days ago this was 1 foot and now it's over 6-7 feet tall. Look at it. Fastest growing thing in this world. Bamboo. And this is not even the giant bamboo. This is Chinese bamboo or miniature bamboo. And you look, you see the green stem. It's really green stem because we have the yellow stripe. We have a big green bamboo, giant bamboo, and we've recently saw where you saw the black stripe, not real black stripe, but black stem bamboo. So where did we see it? Where did we see it? Oh, it was at the Arboretum, and I was surprised and excited to see that. Now we are in the valley, and you can see, well, the birds are over there drinking water. You can see, if you take your time and come and park, you can walk up the valley. Look at that. the valley and really see what's going on. I'm gonna step over here a little bit and show you this mark. This marker is a granite marker that I think used to mark the greater Maryland, um, Virginia area, and a number of them are around this valley. If you know what these markers are, you can make a comment, but they are all over the state, and you wonder what they signify. But I understand they were the old surveying lines or markers for the county or for the state. So that's something to show you, and here we are. I'm using a dual thing because I think if I see something that it will be a little better for me. Shippy Explorer exploring the valley near the house. And this is available to all citizens. This tree came down across here and could have killed somebody. Wow. But here we go. Here we go. Well, at this point, let me go down to the river again and go up the river a little bit. Be mindful not to touch the poison ivy. Not to touch. Next time I should carry a stick, folks, because my knees are a little bit weak. Look at this. Look at it. Should I explore? Trying to get down. Trying to be careful. I have on my mud shoes, so you can see I have my mud shoes on. There you go. So, here we are. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna go at a point where like I'm walking in the river. Look at that. How beautiful is this? How beautiful is this? It's like I have my own bathtub, swimming pool at this point. Look at that. Now, show you. Now this is where I show you. The river to the right here is the Indian Creek River. And the river over here to the left is the Northwest Branch. Now, those two join right here, right at this intersection, and they form now the Anacostia River. So if you get a question, a miracle question or a puzzle to say where is the start of the Anacostia River, it is right at where the Indian Creek and the Northwest Branch joins. And Anacostia River starts right here, and it flows for miles down into the Chesapeake Bay. That's history. That's the fact. Here we go. Shippy the Explorer. We are going up the river. I haven't been down here for a while. I used to come. For those who want to know, my house is right up in the bushes right there. But I haven't come down this side for a while. It's because of the storm, the flooding, and also the things. We haven't been down here. But now, this looks like a wading pond. I've been in this water before, but I don't think I'll go in it maybe again, because I'm not sure of what the impurities are, what kind of condition, what kind of bacteria it carries. They're trying to clean up these river valley as best as possible, but you never know what is still in the water. And here you are. That's the island. You can come from the northwest branch coast and come down onto the peak, the peninsula. I call that the peninsula, right there. Come at the peninsula and maybe cook some food and cook some hamburgers on your little grill and enjoy nature. The water seems still, but I'm telling you, I've thrown a little fishing rod in here, hook, and I've gotten some little fish. Somebody came in with their net and they caught out the rest of them. In the meantime, as I walk, I have to look for the river moccasin. It's a fine day, and when the days are this fine, you'll find the moccasins are in the water on the banks of the river. So I don't really want to see any today, but there you are. So now we are on our Indian Creek side and almost on the property, on my own property. How beautiful it is. How lovely. The government probably put ribbons. I don't know what they're doing. They're surveying the valley. And the valley really needs some care. Maybe need to put rocks to prevent erosion. Because around the corner here, we are having really the landslides. But what I'm trying to encourage today is the fact that you can come, take your time, walk. Walk up these streets, see what is there in nature to enjoy. Now look at this. I sit and I can relax. You hardly hear the motor vehicles. You hear the horns of a train. You hear the rushing wind and the flowing water, and that's nature. And look, total relaxation in this valley. I sit on this log and I feel like I'm in heaven. Don't know what is heaven yet, but I'm assuming this is part of heaven. This is part of heaven. No one around. I think no one. Let's look. Let's look. Let's look. I don't see So you're by yourself and nature. You're by yourself and nature. We only need some ducks and fish to come upriver and join us. I was hoping that it would happen, and here they are. My God, look at her. She doesn't see me. I was hoping, look at that. Look at that. She's got Canadian geese. Can you imagine? Going upriver. And she may have seen me, but she came around the corner. Bring them up the valley to feed. Now she sees me. But she's wondering, what is that? She's being cautious. But they bring them around the valley to feed on the grass. Look at that. I was hoping for a bird to appear and the Canadian geese. They came up. Now she's seen me. But she's checking me out to make sure I'm not endangering the babies. I can't even turn around. Look at that. Look at that. In a couple of weeks, you'll be surprised how big these get. Take the time when they're going upriver. I could follow them, but my path is not clear. Well, I'm so peaceful down here. I think I'm feeling like I could fall asleep. Really. I had a chair right there, or a bench. I'll just sleep. It's so peaceful. The right temperature, the right amount of breeze. The air is clean, fresh. The river doesn't smell bad. Tell you, this is the river edge, the river environment. It makes one relax. Come on down to College Park and walk up the river, folks. Look, I'm taking a laurel plant home because I saw it. I think it's this big laurel plant. It dropped the seeds, and I'm gonna take the small one home and see if I can put it in a pot and propagate it. And maybe I should get some bigger leaves to protect it. Wow. I'm sure this is a laurel plant. I'm sure. Okay. This old valley, it's seemed like it was planted out with laurel plants, mountain laurels, and for some reason they haven't done. They're dying now. I guess they're overcome by the other plants. Anyway. Well, I see a cup here, and maybe I can use the cup as my transportation. Wow, something is growing in it already. Put that in that, and you see how nature came in handy. See how things came in handy that I can use. Wow. All right. So let us see if we can make our way up to the property line and then make our way back down to the car. As I will show you a little bit of erosion that's taking place in the valley. That's the whole road. Actually, this area, the whole road, I understand, used to come through here, you know. So this is nothing new. You can see where the animals and people have trotted through here. Up through the valley. We have had our rest, and now we're on a little bit more tour to show you what's happening. And why I'm coming this way is that the house is right up there, but coming this way, it makes it a little bit easier for me to, wow, a little bit hot, to come around and see what's happening. And you can see the laurels. Look at the blooming of the laurels in the valley. Down here, they are blooming already. Mountain laurel. And now we are almost on the precipice. Not really, but I'm going around to the house. That's a form of a construction foundation or concrete that was thrown down here. Maybe that's what it was. I've been around here a long time. You can see the trees. The tree that was up there got blown over. Look at that. Man, you don't you don't want to be in this valley. Let's do the jewel shot so you can see the destruction. Can you believe this tree was here and I used to watch it, and now it's falling over. Look how many trees are falling over. They're just crashing and dying. Crashing and dying. There you go. And here we are. This is what I wanted to show. That we used to walk along here in the old days. Walk along here. And now it's eroded. Landslide. And now it's a precipice. Almost 40 feet high. Actually, I can go around and go to the property and then come back. Sure. But at this rate, with all these trees falling over, man, this is dangerous. Look at this tree. This one is also dead. Ooh. Lords. Have a bad storm that can crash over. I mean, turn over. So once a year I come down to this land. And here you can see the house, the chimney of the house, right up there. But I have to come, I can't go home from this end because here we are. Chimney of the house is right there. Because my car is parked on the other end. I'm not even gonna go down there. I'm just gonna show what the property looks like from above. The river looks, I must say the river again, looks real clean. And I suspect we have fish down here because you can see the movement in the water. So all this land is free to walk. You can walk from the playground straight up the valley, and actually you can reach up to Lake Artemisia from through this valley, going up through here. So you'll cross private property boundaries, but nobody's stopping anyone from walking through here. And here we are, Shipping Explorers property, green and lush. Don't see any deers, don't see any fox. They must be sleeping. But the valley is so quiet, you could fall asleep. Now let's go back. We showed this some time ago. We're on the beech tree. The guys, they mark and they write, and they do all sort of writings on this thing. And you can make out some of them. That one say Lally, Lanny, and Jamie. And then even on the back here, they wrote Kamki, DJ, ES. And some that was here maybe 50 years ago is still showing up on the tree. here we are. Here we're gonna take a picture of the beech tree. Back to the video. It says Mark and Missy. Mark and Missy. Somebody who was a couple who were in love dozens of years ago. And so they left their marking on the beech tree. The beech trees are famous for that, folks. You can write in them and you can see, let's see if you see over here, the markings of a beech tree. You can see some of them, they didn't do a good job, but some of them you can make out. Can't make out any. So I love God. I love God. Maybe who loves me or something like that. But I love God. All right. So let's make our way back to the car. Maybe we can stay down by the playground for a little, but even I probably can stay in the valley here for a little longer before I go home. The tranquility of the river valley. The tranquility of the river valley. Maybe that's the name of a tape. Be one with nature. All of the beech trees, they come through and they mark them. Also the love stories. This path is fairly easy for any average person who can walk. You can come up through here. You know, it's clean. It's a little bit bumpy. But you take your time with a stick and you can come up here. The tranquility of the river valley. Be one with nature. Maybe I should write that down before I forget. Whew. Going back to the car through the valley. There we go. Passing now the Anacostia River. The starting edges of the Anacostia River. Whew. Wow. So you're taking a walk with me today, folks. It's Shippy the Explorer. It's not just a walk, it's a walk with nature. Be one with nature. Feel the tranquility, the pleasantness, the coolness of the environment, and be in tune with nature. Except the poison ivy. Here we are. That's what they look like. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, is poison ivy is when you touch it, let the oil catches your skin. It's very irritative. Scratch you, make you come out with lumps and bumps and scratches, and it's dangerous. There we go. I'm just gonna take the long path over because I don't want to climb over that today. So I'm gonna come up the tree, the fallen tree, and step over and make life easy for myself. And then walk through here. Through the forest. I could stay and sit there and relax, but let me take my time and go back. Show you that the valley opens up to the plains. There you are, poison ivy. So if you go through the forest in America, especially in America, these poison ivy, they climb up the tree and they bear berries for the birds. Some people appreciate that, but not me. If I had my machete, I'd probably cut that one and let it die, because it's dangerous, folks. Dangerous. And we're back to the bamboo walk, and the open valley. We can see that life is not too far from the forest, from the wilderness. And so, this is Shippy the Explorer. You have taken a walk with me this morning, a nature walk up the valley in College Park, near the College Park Airport. And hopefully you have enjoyed that, and it has allowed you to relax and be one with nature. And every so often I'll take you on these walks, and because some of you may be shut in and can't come up these valleys, or you're afraid to come up by yourselves. But if you drive, you can come and park here and just come up the valley and enjoy part of nature. You can get a friend to come with you, that's even better. But you don't have a friend, you don't have to venture too far in if you feel scared. But we're back in the valley. We're back in College Park, overlooking the airport, the world's oldest airport. And hopefully you have enjoyed, feel rejuvenated with that bit of walk and that bit of nature. So Shippy the Explorer will take you on to another journey at another time, and we're doing some service. I do think so, that this vlogger is on a different spiritual journey. Here we go. So like, share, and subscribe, and watch Shippy the Explorer. And then you can go to www.giscompen.com www.giscompen.com and see the other work that Shipping Explorer is producing in this world. Here we are. So from the lights of the airport, I say goodbye. That's a red stop light. Show me that maybe I should stop. So see you. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful exploration. Take care. Bye. You one give you one more little. They are doing maybe Tai Chi, and see, that's another service that's being provided here. I zoom into them, you can see right there. Tai Chi, I guess. So, a group has decided to come to the park and do a famous Haitian exercise. Look at that. It's purported to be one of the best exercises you can do. It's for mind and body and soul.